Hello, Americans. Another friends, subscribers around the world. Back again, man. It's crazy how it was dark like that. I gotta go get a towel. So we're out behind the wood shack again. Going to split up. I got some round sod up here. You can't really see. But I want to get those split up. And then I'm going to jump out there with the saw the other day. When I was saying I was going to get out there, I wanted to get that other rounded up when I was shoveling it off. I don't know if that was yesterday, day before, I don't remember. But I didn't end up getting them rounded up. But we have a huge, well, they're predicting, you know, they could change it in 15 minutes. But for the next 3 days, it starts tomorrow. No, it starts tonight. They're predicting it tonight at like 9 o'clock. It is supposed to start snowing. Hey, get over here! Okay. Hey, Rex, Sparky. Chasing the dang cats, man. Kai, stop. Grizz! Sparky, Rex! You two little rat dogs. I seen the black cat go by, but I didn't see them other two. Maybe they scratched their eyes out or something. I don't know. I wish they'd leave them the heck alone. So anyway, back to the weather. It's supposed to start tonight, man. It's supposed to dump tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. It's supposed to just, you know, all day snow all day, man. They're predicting pretty good amount of snow. So I hoping to get some more rounded up and get it covered, you know, have it uncovered, get some more in here. I want to get this. First thing I'm going to do is split this. Or whatever. Dude, I got too many dang dogs around here. Grizz! Kai, stop, dude. Kai's right here up my butt all the time. Go get the ball, man. It's right here. Get it. Get it. His own dang good. So, that's the plan. That's what I'm getting ready to do now. So I got using my little electric splitter. So I just pulled the cord out here. Going to get this stuff lined up. Man, actually I might. I got right, excuse me. Right now I have a Patreon video loading. You know, we use our phones for the internet. So I got, my phone is in the trading post loading the Patreon video. Behind the scenes, man. Get over there and join. You can see something behind the scenes. But, so I got it loading. Then I was going to share, man, some of the comments on the videos yesterday, man, about the meters and the different woods. Dude, I find that just so interesting how much different it is, you know, from over here in the Pacific Northwest compared to, you know, over in Maine or down south or anything. The firewood thing is so, you know, from creosote to that, you know, them gauges and all that stuff, man. Old Art's supposed to, he said he's going to send me one of them gauges. And that's funny because I was like, I told Kitty when I seen those on that show, I was like, dude, I got to get one of those just to play with it. See now how we do it over here in Idaho, dude. I got this congestion shit or stuff. Excuse me, crap, man, bad. There's a bunch of crap going around right now, flu and stuff. But anyway, the stuff out front, you know, which I knew because you went along with me. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. But we went, if you remember the last time that we were up the mountain in the snow, we were getting usnea. That's what I need to do, is go take me a shot of usnea. That would help this. But we were up getting usnea, and I got some wood. And remember, there was that slash pile that was in that logging area. And that stuff, man, that, you know, that was green for sure. And it was out there, and I did split some of it up. And I may even burn some of it, man. You know, and the greenwood, as far as the pine, green pine and everything like that, yeah, it'll build your creosote. But I'll tell you what, man, it turns into one big charcoal that holds, you know, pretty good heat. Not that I don't burn green wood, or at least not on purpose. But the stuff out front that Timothy got me, I've noticed, that's why if I had one of those meters, I'd do it just to see. But it definitely, man, you know, took more to get it going. I mixed some of this dry, because I got a stack of dry here. But I mixed some of that dry, and then I'd throw some of that stuff in it. And that's one of the reasons I jumped, because I wanted to get that cleared out front. Split up, and in here, so that I could use, because I got that big, huge blue tarp out there. And I wanted to use that big blue tarp over, there's a robin over there, but I wanted to use that big blue tarp over the pile of wood before it got snowed on, but too late now, so we'll shovel it off. But so I mean, I will split that, but that stuff out front there, you know, which over here, you know, like I said, up here in Idaho, man, you know, we call it cured, you know, you just seasoned wood. That's what I grew up, man. I've been burning wood my whole life. And it's just seasoned, you know, man. Or you got a standing tree, an old dead tree, man. That's standing firewood, you know. And then if you cut green, oh man, I got sidetracked, dude. I had company, and then in yesterday's video that. Things going on that we're gonna have to take a little road trip. It ain't gonna be a obviously not some pleasure type thing, so I don't know if I'll take the camera, but I don't know how much I'll film. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers. That I ain't, like I said, it's nobody's business, but I do believe in the power of prayer, man. I think I'm going to have to go get my coat on. You always want to check on these splitters, man. This goes with whether it be a little electric one like this or like my big one out there. You always want to check the hydraulic fluid every time you go to use it. I'm going to get this thing set up here, and then we'll talk. I ended up, you can go to Patreon. I just put a brand new video on Patreon. I'm going to go and get my jacket, and then we'll talk a little bit about this. I find it so dang interesting about the wood and burning wood and all that. Get this thing out. Man, it's so quiet out here. It's so nice. I love it. I love it. I buy a big house with we both could live. I buy there to get actually. That thing around. We're gonna do it from your side, man. Just like that. Love that old bad boy. Can't believe how much I love this. Love this splitter. Alright. Pull up a log here. Actually, before I start splitting, man, we'll go over and, wow, dude, you can't see me very dang good, though. Hey! Alright, man, that's better. I was gonna go over this down here. Reed, it's chilly out here, man. It's chilly out here behind the wood shack. Got a little bit of a breeze that's picked up, man. Alright. Oh, I even brought my eyeballs, man. I was gonna read some of the. Like I said, dude, I find this so interesting. All right, man. So I'm gonna read some of these comments. This is all about the different woods, man. The different kind of woods we all burn. All across the country. Like I said, I just find this very interesting, man. And the meter, man, dude, 54 years, I'd never even heard of that. So, I got some other comments, man. A lot of people, messaging in, man. It's pretty cool. But Jody Chafin, I wonder if those water meters that look for moisture would work. I don't know, man. I haven't got to play with one of them things yet, but I'm gonna. Let's see. All right, so we got Paul Davis. Hey guys, love that snow. Not me. I grew up in Florida. All I knew about wood was a cord till I moved to Tennessee. It's a rick here. I live 2 miles from the forest. I get a lot of red and white oak, some hickory. I'm wood heat only. New EPA approved stoves that cannot burn wood more than 20 to 30% moisture without tearing up your stove. The oak takes up to 2 years to season. A lot of rain here, non-stop, 3 days now. So, the new stoves, man, I've actually heard that from a couple other things, man. These new wood stoves, if you go buy yourself a brand new wood stove, that I guess they got they got catalytic converters on them things. I don't know what that's just crazy. It's so interesting. Oh, and then here's old Art. Old Art. Moisture content is important here because it easily causes creosote buildup in the flue chimney, which then runs the risk of catching on fire. Houses have been destroyed because of it. Yeah, I mean, that happens, we get creosote. Kevin actually had a problem. I don't know if I talked about it on video, but in his new place, his new house they got here, a few months ago, if you remember that. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Oh, I might have already said that, dude. I get confused. But when they'd installed the wood stove in Kevin and Burkay's place, they put the pipes, when you put your stove pipes together, it's just like a roof, you put your shingles or your shake like this, so the water's coming down this, so this one's underneath this one. Well, the same with the pipe, the pipe goes, so that you're going up, so the smoke's going up, so you want this one inside this one. Well, they did it opposite and had the inside, coming down. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but they had the stovepipe backwards. And man, he caused me in a panic, man, had his stove all shut down, ripping it. And dude, creosote was running. It had built up, because he was burning that up there, and it was backwards. So the lip of the inside pipe was like this on the inside here, where the creosote had worked its way up, and it was coming and running down his, man, I'm all, dude, shut that, let it burn up, shut that mother down. Then he ended up having it clean. So this spring or whatever, he's using it, but man, he's just keeping it pretty much open. He's just using it when he's there. And then this spring, we're going to pull all the pipe and put it together right. All right. Oops. All right. What else is what Laura's saying? So, house has been destroyed. I found it interesting you weren't familiar with the moisture meter. I think I'll include one in the box I'm preparing for you. I'll give you something to play with. I'll absolutely play with that. I'm pretty excited about that. And then I wrote back to Art and was telling him, because one of those videos I was watching, man, they were saying you could have it up to 25%, and another one that I was watching after that was even saying up to 30% moisture. And he said here, where Art's at, here it has to be more like 11%. The drier, the better. So interesting, dude. Then I commented back to him, it was interesting. And then there was a time I heated 100% with wood. Different woods have different drying times. Some split wood would have to age a year or more before the moisture was reduced to a decent level. Now you can understand why there's a market for kiln dried firewood. Absolutely. Not my neck of the woods. And then here's muskrat popped in here. I didn't see this. It's brand new. I've never heard of a moisture meter for firewood either. They use them a lot with hay though. Too damp of hay and they burst into flames on their own. See, so even muskrat, another Idaho kid. Dude, over here, freaking Pacific Northwest, man. See, even muskrat, there for a little bit. I'm like, dude, am I just a freaking, have I been sheltered? All right, so let's see what else we got. Ron Johnson, let's see what he's talked about. Oh, he's just talking about chickens in the background. They go crazy. And then my old buddy Timber Drifter. He does some video. I don't know if he's done. I need to check and see if he's done one, man. He's got some pretty cool videos. All right, Timber Drifter. Around here, wood is mostly sold as a logger's cord, or if it's split, then a face cord. I can get a face cord in the back of my exploder. I always call them exploders. I mostly burn maple, ash, ironwood, spruce, and balsam fir. See, man, I don't have, I mean, other than people planting them or growing them in their yards, you know what I mean? Yes, we got oak trees and stuff, you know, and I know where there's oak forests in Oregon and stuff, but ironwood and all, I mean, we don't have that. We got spruce, but just crazy different woods. I like birch and aspen for firewood too, but if those are dead standing, then they are likely too rotten and punky to burn. Got to cut those green and let them season. I'll burn oak. I'll stop on that for a minute. See, and we're not allowed, so where you're at, Timber Drifter, you can cut green wood. You can cut green trees, live trees down. See, over here, man, it's got to be, you cannot cut a live tree down. I'll burn oak if I can find it, but I save it for overnight, or if I'm going to be away from home all day, since it will smolder hot and make good long-lasting coals. I don't burn much pine. The last few years since I found a new area to cut in a lot more hardwood. Hey, if pine is all you got, it works fine, just fine. I've had family down in Kansas ask me how many ricks I go through in a winter. I don't have any idea. Not familiar with that measurement. See, that's, I can't remember if I gave out the measurements of a rick. I don't know. I don't even know if I know that for sure. Gil Powell. Howdy, I do not have the luxury of always burning dry wood. I do burn lots of it. But there is a trick to burning wet wood. Got to burn it with faster, hotter burns. It will not reach the BTU potential, but it will give you heat and reduce creosote buildup. Well, buddy Curtis, man. Curtis Shippey, man. Welcome to, you just joined Patreon. Thank you very much, my friend. And he had sent me a message. I meant to touch on that, so I'll touch on that right now. That Patreon, man, if you're not familiar with Patreon, I've got a couple people I follow on Patreon, and it's a monthly fee or whatever, and to join the page, our Patreon, it's $4 a month, so $1 a week. So that's what it's cost us, man. So there you go, Mr. FUCR. He's funny, man. New York is corrupt, trying to outlaw wood-burning stoves. Seems inhumane at best. Yeah, I've actually heard, and then he also commented here too, maple, oak, ash, cherry, birch, and beech. So yeah, we don't, you know, I mean, other than I got a cherry tree there and stuff, we don't have a lot of that. And then when I do cut like cherry or apple or something like that, I use it for smoking meats. But man, I've heard a bunch of that. Dude, I think that goes right along with the government trying to outlaw wood stoves, just like the government trying to make it so you can't catch rainwater and shit. Them sons of bitches are trying to control us, man. That's what all that's about. Horse crap. All right, man, I wanted to clip in here real quick for, I found one of the messages, a couple other ones too, but I found this one message that it came in that I missed, you know, along the same lines. All this is just interesting. That whole meter on the wood has something to do, wait, hold on a second. That whole meter on the wood has something to do with our good old government. I'm not sure because I burn wood like you do. No rules, regulations, just stay warm. But I think new wood stoves won't burn wood with moisture. It's like when they put catalytic converters on cars. Now the government is doing it to wood stoves. I have heard some areas where they outlawed wood stoves. Of course, they're coming after them also. In Minnesota, it's the same cords are the same further toward East Coast. Things are different than here, but our tamarack are mostly in swamps. We have mixed woods, oaks, maples, birch, pines, jack pine, Norway, balsam, white pine, cedar. I think almost every tree but a palm tree is in Minnesota. I just found that pretty interesting, so wanted to clip that in here too. Back to your regular scheduled programming. No, leave it, man. There's some more on here. You know, I didn't print it, you know, I'd have to go through and print them all out or whatever, so I just kind of grabbed a few. But this one I got a kick out of. DJ Truth. Do you deliver firewood? Turn east out of your driveway. Head 1,700 miles. And I'm on the right. You can't miss me. Thanks in advance. I'll be right there, man. So anyway, so there's a few of the, there's another one, man, that went into depth about it, and I can't remember who it was or anything. But, man, I find that just so interesting. And then, man, I'm glad Muskrat chimed in, dude. Maybe as a Pacific Northwest boys are just ain't so educated. I don't know, dude. I'd never heard of one of those meters, so very dang interesting. Very interesting about the different kinds of woods everybody burns. But anyways, I thought I'd touch on that, man. That's really all I got for you today. Right now, I'm gonna go take a couple sips of coffee and get back out here, man. Just sitting here talking. My feet are getting cold. So I'm going to go in and warm up and then get back at this. So please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Helps keep the home fires burning and propane tanks full. Oh, and the lights on. I haven't done that for a while. Helps keep the lights on, the home fires burning, and then propane tanks full. That's how it goes. And check out the links below in the eBay store. I'm going to split this up, and then before I saw, I'm actually going to go in. Miss Kitty is in working on some drafts for the eBay store. So I got a bunch of stuff in there. I was actually greasing boots and cleaning some stuff up this morning to list. So check out the eBay store. Check out the t-shirts. I was wearing the one, if you've seen it, man. And man, I got, I think, a half dozen orders. And they're picking Katie Joe's shirts over the Teesprings one, which I love that because that's helps support my kids and grandbabies. So good Lord willing, and them creeks don't rise. We'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.